time for the best podcast around. Grab a cold one, sit back, and enjoy the show. This is Corner Pub Sports.
Hello, everyone. This is Mark McMillan, former Philadelphia Eagle. You're tuning in to the Corner Pub Sports.
Corner Pub Sports.
We'll do it live!
Fuck with my man. Shit.
Yo.
What's going on, everybody?
What's up, yo?
What's happening?
Corner Pub Sports coming at you here live on a Thursday night.
Thursday.
Thursday. I am Thursday, I gotta tell you. Thursday tonight. Yeah, Ryan and I have something to do tomorrow. Finger fuck each other. I don't know what we're doing tomorrow. But so we had to do it on a Thursday night. That's all right. Same energy coming at you. Same beers are flowing.
Yep.
You know, we got stuff going on tonight. We got Ryan doing virtual tonight. We got Mike, Gary, myself, Sean, all here to talk the week that was in Philly sports and the weekend it's going to be, because this is going to be fun. This is going to be a fun weekend. But
Yep.
Before we even get into anything, you know what we got to do first. What are we drinking?
All reliable.
Lager for Ryan.
I got the all-day IPA. Always a good go-to.
It's a good starter. It's a good starter for an early Thursday night get together.
We got the Iron Hill incredibly juicy IPA with the Kraken on it.
There you go.
Nice.
And I am drinking a New Trail Broken Heels Hazy IPA.
Nice.
I was drinking. I'll break into another one later, and we're gonna do something, right?
Yeah.
I had a Free Will beer in there, so it's pretty good. An IPA, pretty good stuff, man. So yeah, just because it's not Friday night doesn't mean we're gonna slow down. So let's go.
He beats pucks.
I don't know about all that, but whatever flows your boat. All right, so we know what's coming up. I think before we even get into that, we got to recap the week.
We got to recap, yeah.
Oh my God, that game against the Bills, the Eagles-Bills game. Holy crap! I don't know who wants to start. There's so much to cover there. That it was insanity.
Well, I'll start just by saying this. I'm not going to say the Eagles are the best team in the NFL. They have the best record. They're not playing the best. They're not. But they're probably the hardest team to beat in the NFL.
Mm-hmm.
That almost sounds like a contradiction, but
No,
really the last 3 games, they had no business winning any of them.
But
They did because they probably have the best clutch player in the NFL right now, in Jalen Hurts.
Jake Elliott might be a close second.
That's true.
Yeah,
True, man.
Uh,
Speaking of Jake Elliott, I'm sorry. I seen something right before I came on here.
Yep, I seen it too.
Justin Tucker, field goals of 58 plus. Justin Tucker's 3 for 24 in his career.
Mm-hmm.
Adam Vinatieri was 0 for 3.
It's true.
Who's the other one? I forget who else was on that list, but Jake Elliott is hands down the best at 4 for 4.
Janikowski.
Janikowski.
Was the other one. Yeah.
4 for 4 in his career.
It's gone!
Yeah, it's wild.
That's insane.
Insane, dude. That field goal, that got lost in the shuffle because of everything else that Jalen Hurts did and the rest of the team and everything. How they came through in the clutch at the end there. That field goal, 59-yarder in the rain, poor conditions.
Yeah.
It was windy.
A wet ball.
Yeah, dude.
The ball was like a lot heavier than normal because it's soaking wet.
It was the first time since that rookie season where he lined up. I'm like, I don't think he's gonna make this.
Yeah.
I don't see how he's gonna make this. This is gonna be tough
Against Giants.
Right, that's the game.
He had a 61-yarder. I was at that game.
Were you at the game?
Yeah.
I went to actually Was that? No, that wasn't the same game. I ended up at Naked Bruin that day.
Really?
That game, and I watched that there, yeah, for some reason. But I was returning a keg or something. So that's what I was thinking. Was I down there hanging out before
Yeah,
the
let's
game?
return his keg.
Yeah, we had a stick stool. I had to return it to him. So I returned it, and I didn't return for a couple hours.
Yeah, I mean, I hear you on that, Ryan, and I agree that it's just been kind of somehow, some way every game. But man, you come back from a Monday night shit conditions game against the Super Bowl champs and a big measuring stick test, and you win that game, and then you travel home for a Sunday night game or for a Sunday afternoon game, and you somehow win that game against a team that's playing for their playoff lives.
Mm-hmm.
That's not easy to do, especially when you came out flat and looked terrible and somehow collected yourself and came back
and totally redeemed yourself.
I mean,
John-
that whole game, I sat there and I said, "Yep, this is what I thought. They're going to be flat. It's not going to be their day. It's okay."
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing, man. It was just not. It just wasn't looking good at all. I'm like, all right, well, I guess this is the way it's. This game's.
And Josh Allen might have had the best game of his career.
Yeah, he was outstanding.
Right.
I mean, it just seems like it's the kind of the thing with the
secondary
teams going
just-
against the Eagles.
Yeah,
right
the
now,
secondary,
man.
like the secondary is not good right now.
No, they're old. Slay
Pull your head out of your ass.
and Bradbury look old. Like that's all there is to it, man.
Dude, Slay is so lucky that there's a miscommunication late in the
Oh
fourth.
yeah, on that
He
touchdown.
got burned on
Yep.
that. Now,
I think
granted,
that was overtime.
he
Yeah, that was
had.
in overtime. The one to Davis.
Oh yeah, right.
They
For
would've won the
Davis,
game.
Gabe Davis. It was in overtime. So before that, in the fourth quarter, he made a good play, a big play. Now he did hold and got away with it.
Right.
But but bottom line is he didn't get called and he made a big play. I mean, he did,
Yeah.
There's nothing else you can say about it. It was an incomplete pass on
Right.
the box score. So, but that last one, that overthrow to whatever that was, I don't know what that was. It's not even an overthrow.
Yeah.
I
yeah,
don't know if he threw the wrong ball or Davis ran the wrong route.
Right. Yeah. When I seen the ball in the air and I seen Davis open, you're thinking that he's
crap.
you're like, until the ball hit the ground, is like watching on TV, you thought, shit, the game's over. That's a touchdown.
Yep.
And then all of a sudden the ball drops and you're just like,
I'm like,
they're
what the
not
hell?
even like, that's not even near him, I guess. Like,
Dude,
what happened?
That was a good 10 yards away from him
Yeah.
inside. Like, I don't know if he was supposed to go cut inside or something,
Yeah.
but there was maybe the ball slipped out of his hands. I don't know. Whatever the case is, again, incomplete pass.
Did you hear what
And he gave
Brandon?
the-
Did you hear what Brandon Graham said on the field after that? Like as they were coming out for the field goal, he said to the Bills players, "You done it. You gave Jalen a chance."
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
I did. I heard him doing the coin toss.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, oh,
It doesn't matter.
It don't matter. It don't matter.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dude, he was hoarse after the game. Like his voice was so
Yeah.
shot.
Probably in the rain and stuff too.
Well, yeah, but yet Jalen Hurts is fine. Jalen Hurts, who's calling plays all game long, screaming, and you got Brandon Graham, whose voice is hoarse because Brandon Graham doesn't shut up.
Nah, he's trash talking the whole entire
The
game.
entire
Yeah,
He's out there like
Just toss the
he's
panties.
yelling all kinds of random stuff.
That
You
guy,
don't want to
man.
yell Papa John's at Peyton Manning.
Please, man.
Was that him?
Suck your dick.
What's that?
Was he the one to yell Papa John's at Peyton Manning?
He did. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Man,
he
that
did
guy. Like he did. Talk about a clutch player. Like that. There's a sack he got in the fourth quarter.
yeah.
Yeah.
How about fucking
Well, on the days, so I was talking about Graham real quick. I'm sorry, just hold that thought.
yes?
Brandon Graham doing what he did, is getting that big sack in the same game where he passed David Akers for most games played in Eagles franchise history.
189.
So Brandon Graham, a lot of us when he was drafted,
Everybody wanted Earl Thomas.
Earl Thomas, and Earl Thomas got a Super Bowl early in his career.
Yeah.
never got another one. Okay, and Graham ended up getting his too. So in that
Right.
front, they're even.
And
And
Earl
Graham
Thomas
played it.
fizzled. Yeah, Earl Thomas fizzled out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Brandon Graham, this one's for you, man.
Yeah.
Hey, we got Polsky.
There could be a couple other guys that are going to be catching acres this year too.
Is Brandon
Kelsey
Graham a
up
Hall of Famer?
Cox.
Brandon Graham, a Hall of Famer? No.
No.
Nah.
Is he
Yeah,
an Eagles Hall of Famer?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he's not a Hall of Famer, no. No, I don't think he was.
I don't even know if is Lane Johnson a Hall of Famer?
Yeah.
Well, Lane Johnson's a Hall of Famer. Yeah, Lane Johnson and
Definitely.
Kelsey are first ballot Hall of Famers.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you're a guard and you live a sack for 3+ years,
A tackle.
I'm sorry, tackle, and
Yeah.
you'll go sack for 3+ years, yeah,
He did.
absolutely.
Yeah, he did this week, didn't he? I'm pretty sure he did.
He didn't play last week.
They didn't play, but the last game he
Oh,
played,
yeah,
he
the
did
one-
he did
okay,
give him
yeah,
a sack. Yeah.
Okay.
But he let it's funny, it goes on him, but he let that guy run free because it was supposed to be a screen.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah, but still on his side.
Right.
So.
Yeah.
He's hurt, man. He's banged up.
Yeah. How about Jordan Davis chasing down Josh Allen?
Mm-hmm.
Like 350 pounds, and he's still like. You think that he was actually hurt, or you think he was just fucking dead tired?
I think he was winded. I
Yeah.
don't think he had anything left. He
He played a shit ton of snaps on Sunday.
Yeah.
most
After
he's ever,
Fletcher Cox got
most he
hurt.
ever played.
Yeah.
But I think he either that or he knocked the wind out of himself when he fell.
When he fell. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
kind of what I thought too.
And that's a lot of stomach.
Mhm.
I mean, that's a big boy to take that
Yeah.
fall.
Yep.
Yeah, that was a big play because you forced him outside because Allen could have easily gotten that.
Yeah.
And you forced him out because you could see Allen. I'm like, because I'm looking, I'm like, that's Davis chasing him. I'm like,
yeah.
oh my God, he might get him.
Yeah.
And then like he just passed him, but it was enough he cut enough of an angle where he allowed the rest of the team to get to him. So
Well, no, he ran out of bounds. He cut
well,
it
that's
off
what I mean, because the other guys were coming right there.
Oh, okay.
Like he could have gotten that first down,
right.
but he gave him such a horrible angle because the way he was coming at him,
Right.
he had to go out.
Yeah. It was a 4-yard gain instead of him killing him with another. Jesus Christ, with these fucking 3rd and longs.
Oh yeah.
This
Yeah.
team and the 3rd and longs. Josh Allen killed them because of the running too, but
Yeah.
but
You don't have that this week, but yeah, that was brutal to watch. Look, they won. We're not going to kill them, but we do have to bring this up. That was a major concern.
yeah.
And it's concerning going forward.
100% because, and it's been their MO all year.
Yeah.
Look, we thought. Here's the thing: like Gannon played a type of defense where you could see the guys coming off the
Right.
ball, like they were way off. They're playing them way deep. They're playing sticks defense or whatever, and they allowed that to happen. I'm going to give Sean Desai a lot of credit in the fact that he pressures a lot. He forces blitzes, and those guys aren't playing 5-10 yards back all the time.
Right.
Sometimes they're not playing exactly press, but they're in their face. Like they're playing right on them at the line.
He's
The
taxed.
difference,
Yeah.
difference with the sign and Gannon is Gannon just played his system.
Mhm.
It'll work. The Psy adjusts and does different things when it's not working.
Yeah.
And Desai adjusted the week before,
Mm-hmm.
which was huge against the Chiefs. I mean, if it wasn't for the adjustments they made at halftime, that game was over. But they made the proper adjustments. That Pacheco, who was running all over them, did not do so in the second half, and that shut down their offense. They couldn't find a way. And Kelsey didn't really do much that game. So except for a touchdown, he didn't really do much that game. So they kind of shut him down a little bit. But last week, man, against the Bills.
Who had all the yards? Because I don't even think Diggs had that
I
many,
don't
right?
think he did either.
Gabe Davis.
Gabe
probably
Davis had a
100
decent-
some. Yeah.
And
Gabe
that,
Davis,
and that other dude, Shakir.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Shakir had like 7 catches and 80 yards or something.
Kincaid had a couple big catches on
Mhm.
3rd down for them.
And they're getting gouged on the run. It's the defense is concerning, man.
Phil saying Kelsey has shit the bed the last 2 weeks. I'll say that he put them in a tough spot with a couple penalties late.
Theirs were, man, they were tough penalties.
But then he made the
Flinching though, he's moving.
It,
but then he made the block on the
It's
game
a
when
false start.
He made the block, the pancake block on the game.
Yeah, he did. There was
touchdown,
what?
though.
There was what? 2 or 3 pancakes on that play.
Yeah,
Like him, I think it was Malata. Was it Malata?
and I think it was Driscoll.
Was it Driscoll?
I think it was
I know
Driscoll.
there was at least 2 or 3 that boom just gone. And Hurts is like, all right, I'm gonna just walk this one in. 3, there were 3. Phil said, yeah, it was pretty good. Yeah, dude, I hear you, Mike, on that. But you flinch. It's a false start. You can't move once you're set. Like I know it's a little bit flinch. But that's what they're looking for. And I guess he's been in the league long enough, man.
But he does it all the time. He don't usually get caught.
And he didn't argue.
Right.
Yeah, he knows.
He shook his head. He's like, all right.
He knows it was a penalty.
Yeah. But yeah, look, I'm not going to be hard on Jason Kelsey. I mean, dude. Yeah, it's not like the dude ain't trying, man. The dude wants another ring so bad.
Yeah.
You know, he especially this
That's
probably
why he's still playing right now.
most likely his last year. Like,
Yeah.
I don't see him.
Yeah, I don't see it either.
I'd be stunned if he plays another year, to be honest with you. But
yeah, the offense sputtered in the beginning of the game, and then second half they came alive.
That's the way they've been all season.
How about that pass he threw to
The first
Zacchaeus?
half has been tough for the Eagles.
Yeah, a lot of games it has been. Yeah,
dude, when he threw, what hurts the Zacchaeus pick, dude, I was like,
yeah,
we'll all be a shit covered dick.
I couldn't believe he made that pass. They said that was the lowest percentage pass that Hurts has completed in his career.
Oh wow!
Like it was like a 10% chance of catching that ball.
Yeah,
and
that was a hell of a catch.
I thought he was throwing it away.
It was a perfect pass. He put it in the perfect spot. Like this guy's something else, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What did Phil say? Hold on. Kelsey had to take a shit. We've all been there. He ain't no Jason Peters. But the only thing, like,
what does he mean? He ain't no Jason Peters. Jason Peters is,
dude. He's still playing.
Yeah, I know. But Jason Peters also was hurt. Like Jason Peters gets hurt every other play.
Well, he came in for Seattle. Last week he played
3 plays.
He played 3 or 4 plays, and then he's limping off the field with a hamstring.
41 years old. We're like, why do we even still have you? Like, why are we paying for this guy?
Well, he just got picked up that week or something. They just signed him that day.
He was playing for the Titans, right?
Last year, I think.
Yeah, and even he was playing earlier this year too.
Last year, I thought he was with Dallas.
Yeah, he was with Dallas last year.
Was he? Man, I can't keep track.
I thought it was 2 years ago, but yeah, I knew he was with the Titans too. And then he got picked up by Seattle, and now he's out again. It's probably
and it's a shame because, like, I know we've talked about it, but like a lot of people aren't going to remember how good he was
because he keeps playing.
Yeah,
but how he gets into the Hall of Fame? Like he should be like getting into the Hall of Fame now.
Yeah,
he should have retired 5 years ago. Now he's still playing. He's got to wait another 5 years. Everybody's like, "Who's Jason Peters?"
He's gonna die of a heart attack by the time it's fucking time.
He'll keep playing until he gets gray in his beard.
Probably already has, right?
Yeah.
I ain't seen no gray in his beard.
Dude, Kelsey has gray in his beard.
Yeah, but Jason Peters don't.
It's because he puts shoe polish.
Yes, fucking shoe polish or
Just for men.
Tar or something. He uses something. I don't know.
Real man of genius.
Mister, I can't drive you home tonight.
Chicken grease.
Chicken grease ain't black.
Derek,
depends on how much you use it.
Apparently, if it's burnt,
never turns black.
If it's burnt, it is.
You can't use it as a dye. It just makes it look shitty.
Maybe. Man. Basically, Phil's is saying, basically saying Jason Peters would jump off sides all the time before snap.
Oh, yeah.
He just kept playing until he'll get an AARP. And Mark said his pass record will speak for itself. Absolutely, man. The dude's a legend. Like, the dude's one of the best offensive linemen of all time.
Oh, yeah. Peters is first ballot.
Also, you're talking about Jordan Davis. About he chased down Josh Allen. Did you guys see Derek Barnett chase down Josh Allen last week?
No,
Did you see the stuff he did
got caught.
He what? Wait, what? What? What do you mean he got caught?
He got caught.
What? I thought he. What are you talking about?
You know what I'm saying?
I thought he.
Yeah, he got
Wait
caught.
for it. He's got.
I thought he was still out there. I thought I did. I lost it.
Oh, what a prelude! And
He set himself up.
No!
That's
We
not what I
suck
had.
again!
I had the whistle. I lost the whistle.
Oh,
That thing?
yeah.
I don't know where it is.
They'll send him a participation.
Sorry, guys.
I can't-
Sorry, guys. I wasted your time.
Hey,
I
Derek Barnett covered the most important fumble in Eagles history. So
Yep.
There it is.
there it is.
It's in the wrong fucking spot. It's just like me trying
Yeah,
to
he
find the
did.
clip.
he did, and that's why he got the write up that he did.
What did he say?
I didn't hear it either.
What did he say?
Just like when he's trying to find a clip.
That's what I say.
Oh,
He's in the wrong spot.
This tastes exactly like a big sloppy pussy.
Stop fucking around, cunt.
but no, Barnett. I'm surprised he lasted as long as he lasted. 3 more years after the coach said it's always him. After you seen him mouth, it's always him. He still made the.
Yeah.
I was like, why? How did he still make the team?
Yep. Dude, you know what though? Derek Barnett, gotta say, part of the biggest play of all time.
Yeah.
Yep.
He
Yeah.
recovered that fumble that BG
Yep.
created. So, if that's the only play that he ever made that was worthwhile in an Eagles uniform,
Right.
it was worthwhile.
It was worth the first round pick.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
Because he got a ring, and that's, I think it's funny because we get lost in all that stuff, right? But it's the truth. Like, why are you drafting these guys? To win, and you drafted him, and you won a Super Bowl with him on the roster, and he made a big play.
Yeah.
Nelson Aguilar. Look,
Yep.
I know we shit on the guy. He made some huge catches in the NFC title game and the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
That whole year.
That whole year he made big
best
catches.
year of
That's
his
fine.
career.
Shit all over him all you want. Shit all over him. That's fine. But he made some huge catches
Jesus.
in the Super Bowl. Down the stretch.
We'll all be a shit covered dick.
So
Sean's got a new.
yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
So, but it's the truth. Like
It's all
that's the
covered
end,
in shit.
that's the end game. That's what, like when the Rams went out and traded all those first round draft picks.
But they got a ring.
They
And-
sold
and
their
people,
soul.
oh my god, that right? They did it to win that ring.
Yeah. They doubled, tripled, quadrupled down,
Yeah, they did.
and then until they finally got it. If they didn't get it that year,
Huge risk. Yeah.
if they didn't get it that year, it would have been set back 10 years. And
Yeah,
they're
but
now still recovering.
Yep.
Yeah, and it's hard to get mad. I mean, if you're a Rams fan, there is no true Rams fan, but they went for it. They went for it, and
Yeah, you can't
won.
knock that.
Yep.
It worked.
Yep.
I like the way the Eagles are doing it better. They didn't sell the farm, and they're at that echelon and still set up well for the future.
it all comes down to the quarterback, though.
Yeah.
I have no.
It usually does.
Yeah, I have no doubt that I don't know if there's anybody. I don't know if there's anybody in the NFL that wants to win it more than Jalen Hurts does. Like anybody.
Yeah,
Hard to argue that, man. It really is. He's just
obviously Mahomes
But he's
has
already
done.
he
has
has
done it,
but he's
yeah.
already won it, right?
Yeah.
So he still wants to win, but he doesn't have that thirst for it like Jalen Hurts does. Jalen Hurts, we all know the story. He screen saved. It was
Yeah.
his wallpaper on his phone with him
Mhm.
walking off the field with the red and yellow confetti.
Right.
He kept that on his phone.
Yeah.
Like I saw that. I'm like, oh shit. Like,
Yeah.
He ain't forgetting.
Right.
And we've seen all the interviews. There's an interview that just popped up again this week.
I know exactly where you're going.
Yeah, basically like, winning's hard in the NFL, and it's not. You're not gonna have the success. He's like, yeah, we'll see.
Yeah,
Dude's
he
lost-
was. They were talking about his college career and how he
Yeah.
only lost 4 games in his college career.
Mhm.
And I think it was Jim Nantz who was interviewing him, and he said, it's not going to be like that in the NFL. We'll see.
We'll see. He's lost 2 games as a starting quarterback the last 2 seasons.
Yeah.
Regular season games. He's lost 2, and he's lost
It's wild.
3, including Super Bowl.
Right.
That's
Well,
insanity.
I sent it to you guys. The past 2 years in the fourth quarter, when he's trailing, he's got 10 touchdowns, 69% completion percentage, a 138 rating.
Yeah.
Yep. Absolutely insane. He's about as clutch as you can. Dude's got ice in his veins. That Bills, when they came down and kicked the field, the way they drove down the field kind of made you pull your hair out a little bit. If you have hair, Gary, kind of made you pull your hair out a little bit because you're like, why don't you do this all fucking game? These underneath passes, the underneath crossing routes and slants.
Right.
Why don't you do this all game? Because they're not defending against that.
Right.
Now, granted, maybe what I just said is why because they weren't defending against that. But in the overtime, they did the same thing.
Yep.
Boop, 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 dink and dunk, dink and dunk, dink and dunk. So guess what? This week, and I'm not jumping this week yet. But this week, maybe you look at that first, and then you worry about the over the top stuff. Open it up underneath, and then worry about trying to get the AJ Brown down the sideline or Devontae Smith down the sideline.
AJ Brown has been awful quiet.
He got targeted 10 times last week.
Wow.
He had 5 catches for 38 yards.
Mm.
So he's gotten targets. He just isn't. Yeah, he's just not pulling them in.
I think the biggest thing what they're struggling with lately, like early in games, is just getting into a rhythm. Like you look back at last week, it's pouring out. We have the ball inside our 20. It's right. We have the ball at the 25-yard line, and they throw.
Fuck you, Rob. Go Cowboys.
They throw 3 passes. Like they don't try to run the ball. They don't try to get something established. Get that first down.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Take the 3-yard out route. So I think that's the biggest thing they've been struggling with lately. It's just getting into a rhythm early.
I'd like to see them establish the run a little bit too, because they're running it, but it hasn't been effective.
Gary, you just get a hard on.
For what?
The running. I said establish the running game.
But that's not what they do. That's what they haven't done.
That's what we're saying. They should.
But I agree with you. Yeah.
I mean, I think they try to run the ball a little bit, but I don't feel like they either don't stick with it or they're not effective with it.
They step away from it when it's not working. Yeah, I agree.
It's weird because sometimes it's working fine, and they still get away from it. It's just bizarre, man. I don't know, but
how bizarre.
Look, people are shitting on Brian Johnson. Look, they're scoring as many points per game as they had been last year. The last 2 games they haven't moved the ball, but again,
shitty weather. Yeah,
but on the other side of that, the Bills had 500 yards of offense against us in the same weather.
Yeah,
so I didn't want to hear the shitty weather thing. The same reason why I don't want to hear the reason why the Eagles lost the fog ball is because of the fog. Both teams played in the fog. Both teams played in this. That's why I don't. Even the Super Bowl last year,
they're winning.
Now look, they took away our biggest weapon. Yes, that's true. The field, and I don't mean to harp on it, but like everyone talked about that. They talked about it during the game, saying the Eagles were having trouble slipping and sliding. They had to change their cleats because they couldn't get any traction.
Right.
It wasn't like it was after the game when we couldn't get a foot in. It was during the game. They said we can't get to them.
Yeah.
There's something wrong here.
Yeah.
So it was an ongoing thing, and the Chiefs players did the same thing.
Yeah.
Chiefs players were bitching about it too. So but again, you took
we
away
paid off the refs.
Yeah, we paid off the refs like we did last week, right?
Yeah.
It's the same thing. Like,
hold on, I want to talk about that for a second. Go ahead.
both teams are playing on the same surface. Although the Super Bowl, you took away our biggest weapon, but it is what it is, dude. They were still in that game. They still had a chance to win. They didn't. It is what it is. That ain't happening this year. I'm sorry, that ain't happening. But go ahead. What were you gonna say?
So we paid off the refs.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of complaining about like how much bullshit that is and this and that, I just want to sit there and stop for a second and say, we are the Patriots. We are the top echelon team.
Mm-hmm.
Us and maybe the Chiefs.
Mm-hmm.
We are the team that everybody's bitching about. Mm-hmm. That everybody is like,
most overrated 10-1 team ever.
Right. Everybody's talking about. Everybody is hating on the Eagles.
Mm-hmm. Most overrated team, but yet they're beating all the great teams.
Right. They're paying off the rest or this and that. There's all these different haters. This is the type of thing that only the best and the dynasty and those teams that get that type of hate.
It's so funny you say that because I said that to someone today. I said, now I know what the Patriots felt like. I'm not saying we are the Patriots. We don't have 6 rings. But what I'm saying, that same when you're the best of the best for a couple of years now, you start getting that hate because everyone's like, God damn, no one can beat this team. When you start beating the great teams of the league,
And now people are finding excuses to
last year,
Right.
and that's
Bring
why
it on.
that's
Bring
was
it
that-
on.
yeah,
Bring it on.
exactly. Like last week it was, or last year it's, oh, you didn't play anybody, you got the Super Bowl, no, you fucking lost, ha, 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 ha.
right.
And then this year it's, oh, you're getting paid, the refs are helping you. Come on, man, come on. How about give some fucking credit to a team that is a good team?
Yeah.
That's a good fucking team we got. That's like the Eagles are a really, really good team.
I think Ryan, like what you said to start, early in the show, like we're not the best team in the NFL because we'll get to that. I don't think they're the best team in the NFL, but they're the hardest team to beat. They really are. They haven't played a complete game yet, and maybe that's the scary part. Like, is this who they are? Are they the team that's not going to be able to play a whole complete game? Because I don't think we can do that going into the playoffs, especially against the next 2 weeks. So you're going to have to play somewhat, at least 3/4 of a complete game. You have to do something. So, before we move on, Deshaun Jackson has
Cheers.
yeah, man.
Kudos.
Absolutely. Number 10, man. D-Jax.
For a stretch of about 6 years, maybe the most dangerous weapon in football.
He's going to be in the neighborhood tomorrow. Him and Brandon Graham are going to be at Oxford Valley Mall tomorrow.
Oh wow, that's cool.
Together, yeah. So
He's going to be an honorary captain on Sunday too.
Oh, that's awesome. That's really cool. Mark said, agreed, Ryan. They seem to scrambled all together in the last quarter. It scares the snot out of me. If that ain't the truth, then he said, cheers to D-Jax. And then Dave Peterson say, good evening, gentlemen. I love when Dave Peterson, Dave's so, he's so,
He calls us gentlemen.
Hey,
and, yeah.
gentlemen. Meanwhile, like, fucking cunts, fucking, yelling shit. Like,
You pompous, stuck-up, snot-nosed, English, giant, twerp, scumbag, fuckface, dickhead, asshole.
that's our show, though, right? Isn't that our show?
It stinks.
Pretty much. It stinks.
It stinks.
I love that one.
I don't do that one. I mean,
You got a nice little man pussy, don't you?
you got that one too. I mean, I'm gonna do it. Just say it.
You got a tight little man pussy on you, don't you?
Speaking of man pussy, Debo Samuel, you ready? You ready for Sunday? Because I have a feeling you're gonna be disappointed. You're gonna be disappointed by your performance, at least.
If anything, though, he may have done the Eagles a favor by waking James Bradbury up.
I hope so.
Did you see his interview?
Yep.
I didn't see it.
3 or 4 reporters kept asking him questions. Debo, well, I'm just worried about this week. Well, Debo called you trash, blah, 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 and he can see him smiling. And he's trying to hold it together. Look, man, this is another game. It's a big game for us. They're a good team over there. Does it bother you when he called you trash last year? He goes, finally he broke, and he's like, look, I wish he used a different word to describe my play, but we'll see on Sunday.
What about what Hassan Reddick said?
About opening.
He said, line it back up. We'll see what happens.
He said he said all that trash and all that boo-hoo crying. A lot of boo-hoo crying last year. Line it up. We're gonna see what happens. Yeah,
You're gonna get the best of the Eagles defense on Sunday. Like what the secondary has left in the tank, you're gonna get.
Yeah, it's going to be a challenge. The Eagles are home. The 49ers have a look. On top of the fact that the 49ers are trailing the Eagles and they need to win this game to have a shot at the number 1 seed, they have a huge chip on the shoulder anyway because of last year.
I mean, the Eagles win this game, you could put a lock on the number 1 seed.
Oh, easily. Yeah. So you said it. You said it to Rachel. Rachel used to come on the show, and she, popped out a kid and hasn't been on since.
Wait, Rachel had a kid?
Yeah. Mike's dad. Mike, you kind of said it on her thread. You said they need this game more than the Cowboys.
The Eagles, yes.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah.
Like they need this game against the Niners more than they do against
Yeah. I mean, if they don't win this game, the Cowboys game becomes a lot more important. But if they win this game, then the Cowboys game isn't.
Exactly. I agree.
Mr. Knocking up a federal worker. Real man, a genius.
But no, I mean, it's
Mr. I thought you only ate pussy.
This tastes exactly like a big sloppy pussy.
so dumb.
Fucking right in the pussy.
I thought it was a secret between us.
Trying to find the other. I don't know. I can't find it.
But yeah, I mean, if they because San Fran will have the tiebreaker. If they beat the Eagles, it goes from 2 games to a half game, or from 2 games to 3.5.
This one.
Oh, scissor me timbers.
That's what I was looking for. Yeah.
Yeah, it's huge.
It's huge, man. Absolutely huge.
It's huge.
Huge.
You look at it, yeah, it's huge.
Because I don't know about you guys, but I don't like the game against Dallas next week.
In Dallas. Yeah. Dallas is playing pretty well. They're in Seattle. Hey, I was just there. They're in Seattle tonight, right? Dallas is in Seattle right now.
Yeah.
Right?
No,
Yeah.
Dallas is home for Seattle.
No, they're not. It's in Seattle. They're showing Seattle. It's in Seattle. It's got to be.
I don't know, man.
I think it is in Seattle. I'll find out in a second. But anyway, no, it's in Dallas.
It is?
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh.
Usually Washington plays the same road games as the Eagles, and then Dallas gets the teams we play on the road. Dallas gets them at home.
Okay.
That's cool. Yeah, they get to stay home for next week. That's awesome. As we have fucking 3 games of ripping our hearts, 4 games in a row of ripping our hearts out.
Yeah.
It's all right though. Things even out.
They get hit.
Things
there.
even out. They have a tough end of the season. So
Yeah,
and that's not an easy game tonight. Like as good as Dallas is playing, Seattle's playing. Like I'm not as high on Seattle as I was like a month ago. I thought Seattle was better. But Seattle's a team that competes, and Seattle's like desperate. They need this win huge. So that's not an easy game for Dallas.
Yeah, I agree. And
they're undefeated at home, though.
And
they
things
won
change.
13 in a row at home.
Things are going to change though. Like the end of their schedule gets tough, and that's even more the reason why I think this week's game against the 49ers is that much more important.
Right.
And Dallas is a good football team.
They get Detroit and Buffalo, right? Towards the end of their schedule.
I think Miami too.
You got Miami as well, yeah, and Detroit, Buffalo, Miami, and then Washington end the season. That's starting with
Eagles,
Seattle and us.
Eagles, Detroit, that's.
Let's keep in mind too, like we look at these other teams, as an Eagles fan, you go, oh my god, we got to play this, but they're doing the same shit. They're good looking at us, going, Jesus Christ, we got to take on the Eagles who are 10-1. Lost to the Jets. That's the only team they lost to. They're beating all the best teams in the league right now.
Yeah.
Or most feared teams in the league, I should say. And here they are, man. This is.
I seen a reel the other day, right? It said the only quarterback to beat the Eagles, and it's Zach Wilson, and he's like backpedaling from the sideline, and the circus music is playing, and he fell, and he fell.
It's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah.
That was
any given Sunday.
That's just an off day, man.
Yeah,
that's what it is.
They had 4 turnovers. They almost won that game.
Yep.
That's one thing, dude. They cannot do against this team.
Nope.
You cannot turn the ball over against the 49ers.
If they lose a turnover battle, the game's over.
Should be, yeah.
49ers have had some bad games this year.
They had 3 in a row that were bad.
Yeah, they looked very mortal, right? But they seem like they're back now. Purdy was banged up. Now he's back. McCaffrey was a little banged up. Trent Williams was banged up.
Out.
They lost their safety though. They lost their starting safety, which is big. But they're still a really good team. Because we got some. We're doing a little bit of abbreviated show tonight, but we do have some other stuff we didn't get to. But why don't we just look at the matchups real quick? Eagles defense taking on the 49ers offense. You got Christian McCaffrey. The Eagles have been allowing the run a bit the last few weeks. That's a little bit worrisome.
That's 49ers' favor.
Yeah, you got to go 49ers offense there.
Okay. Yeah, Debo, Ayuk, Kittle. Yeah, dude. If you had trouble against
Was Zach Cunningham out?
Zach Cunningham is out.
Yeah.
Yeah, you had Stephon Diggs and Gabe Davis and Kincaid, and they shredded you for over 500 yards. What's this team going to do?
Yeah, I mean, I give the advantage to San Fran there. I think that, there's a lot to cover there. It's a big three. If you could stop. Oh, and Kittle. Well, yeah.
Kittle had a big day, a couple weeks ago, Mike. You might remember that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I played against him in fantasy.
He didn't do nothing last week.
No, he didn't.
4 fucking points.
Yeah, but he's been that way. He's been on and off. So
yeah, I mean, most weeks he's not great, and then he has a
Skittles.
couple. Yeah.
Mark said what? Abbreviated show? What? 3 hours? Not tonight.
No, not tonight.
I mean, I have another 2 beers maybe, but we'll see.
No.
What do you mean? No?
You guys do what you want.
What the fuck you talking about?
No. Such a good dick.
Yeah, I mean, I got to give the nod to the San Fran's offense. I do think that the Eagles defense steps up a little bit more.
Okay. Who's the D line? I didn't get it.
Look at this. Look at that fucking
I
pour.
wanted to try
What
this.
a jerk off.
That's so, man.
We said we wanted to try the beer, and you fucking poured. He poured it all.
Sorry. Here,
That's a little. No, it's a little bit in. Did you get any?
Yeah, I mean, I got some.
Oh, you got a half a glass. I got a quarter. That's fine.
A sip.
All right, is this from? How do you say it? Almagang. Nope.
You're
Almagang.
gay. What?
Almagang?
No, it's gang. Almagang.
Oh, I thought you said I'm a gay.
I'm a gay. Amadeus. 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 Where are they at? Almagang. 6.7.
Yes.
It's the OMG series. It's a 6.7 IPA. Citrus, Centennial, Simcoe, Mosaic, Topaz is in it. Where the fuck are they based out of? It doesn't tell you. Puerto Rico.
Seriously?
It's called Neon Rainbows. Yeah.
Yeah, you drink this, then you cut the lawn.
Jesus Christ. See.
I don't really like it.
Yeah.
Oh, you don't like it?
Nah, too much bite.
Oh.
Nah,
Right.
too
It
much
does
bite.
have a bite.
Yeah, I don't like that. So I wasn't a huge fan of the free will one. I don't like that. I don't like that bite at the end, dude. It dries you out. Yeah, you got to use some lube.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's no good.
All right, so
Yeah.
moving on the Eagles offense against San Fran's defense.
I'm going Eagles offense. Like
Yeah, I think so too.
I don't know, man.
Why?
That defense is fucking.
Their fucking defense is phenomenal.
their defense is phenomenal, but
Eagles offense is really
it's Jalen Hurts. Like
best offensive line in football. I know they haven't always played like it this year. DeAndre Swift, it's great. You got Smith, you got Brown.
I mean, that's a battle.
Hopefully
It's
Goddard's
a
back.
battle. Goddard's not going to be back this week.
He's
no, he
questionable.
still has I don't think he's playing.
Yeah, he's still
That's why you should
questionable.
go sign Zach Ertz.
Yeah, but he's not going to be ready to play this week.
Why not?
You can't instill somebody in a day, can
All he
you?
has to do is run 5-yard patterns, catch the
Right.
ball.
He can't block. He can't run block anyway, so he won't be in there running plays. Zach, run a 5-yard out route. Just get the first down.
He played with Jalen for a year.
Yeah, I'll end up with a broken neck.
That's all right.
So what? We only need him until Goddard comes back.
So we got
Only need him for a week.
So we got a Dennis Bird situation on our hands. We'll be
Yeah, I
all
don't
right.
give a fuck. Go get us a touchdown. Then you blow knee out. All right, that's been real, Zach. Thanks.
You and your pig soccer wife get on a plane and get the fuck out.
Exactly.
Guys,
Still fucking hot.
Before Zach Ertz is one of the best tight ends we ever had, and you're talking shit on him.
That's
Scored
what we do.
Scored a game-winning touchdown in the Super Bowl.
That's what we do.
Almost fucking dropped it, but
What the fuck? Should have, could have won it. He didn't.
What the what's wrong with you guys?
Nah, for real, Zach Ertz.
That's a no-brainer for me.
Yeah, absolutely. How is it not done already? Like
Just for the fact that the guys who were on the team when he was here loved him, and just for the leadership qualities he can bring to that locker room.
Let's bring back all the Eagles that get fucking cut and released.
Dude, it has nothing. It's not like,
dude,
it's a need though.
You're being
right. That's the thing. That's the difference.
being facetious.
No,
Facetious.
judicial system.
Judicial system.
English, motherfucker. Do you speak it?
Like you're bringing them back because Goddard's hurt. That's what you said, right?
Yeah.
You're bringing him back because it's a position of need.
But he's not going to fill in for Goddard because Goddard's a good blocking fucking tight end.
You still need a tight end who can
But
catch
you
the
still
ball.
need a tight end. Goddard's out and Alcantara
So where you
or
get the
whatever
roster
his name
spot?
Huh?
Where you how you,
You just Isaiah Scott was just fucking cut.
There's a reason he was cut.
Is it?
is. Okay,
They have-
so you bring Ertz back, and then next week when Shaq Leonard decides to sign,
And Barnett
you
was cut
cut
too.
Ertz.
Barnett was cut too. You
Right.
cut 2 guys this week.
Or the guy that's got a concussion, that's your backup tight end or whatever.
Yeah,
Cut him.
Alcantara or whatever his fucking name is.
Calica.
Albert.
Calcantara.
Field in the cockles. Cornbread, goddammit, cornbread.
Yeah, I can suck my cock.
Remember fucking gold dust getting electrocuted? Remember that? You feel it down there. Fucking Triple H is looking down like, what? And you're cockles. Cornbread, goddamn cornbread. He's all shaking and shit. Ric Flair's fucking losing his mind.
Remember when he did that to The Rock, and The Rock was like, "Stop! What's the matter with you? Stop doing that."
Matter. Dave Peterson saying Eagles offense will be solid against San Fran's defense. All right, and special teams, whatever. It's Eagles. Intangibles. This is a big one. Usually we don't do intangibles, but this is a big one.
I like the Eagles on this.
Why?
It's a home game. I think that San Fran's overhyped. I think San Fran is they're not they haven't been in the light. They haven't won a game that's a big game yet. I feel like this is
They whooped Dallas.
Yeah, they did.
was that in San Fran though?
It's still a big game.
Yeah,
Mike.
it was in San Fran. There's the rest for you.
Okay, thanks. Yeah. All right, but I don't know. I just feel that the Eagles are more equipped for this game than San Fran. I feel like San Fran's overhyped. I feel like San Fran is just it's a home game.
I will
I don't know.
I will say the majority of San Fran's wins over the last 2 years, the majority of them have been against 500 or below teams.
Right.
Like their division blows.
Last
like
year,
their division-
especially.
Yeah, like
when they won the 7 or 8 in a row. at the end
it
of
was
the year.
there was one team with above 500 record.
Yeah.
Polsky said, "Fuck Rice Aroni, go Birds."
No.
Rice Aroni, the San Francisco treat.
That's a good.
Because even this year, like, yeah, they beat the Cowboys. That's a good win, but I don't know. I don't know what to say about the intangible thing. I hear Mike's points. I think San Fran has a bigger chip on the shoulder right now. As we sit here right now, they've been pissed off all season about last year. The Eagles aren't playing the best football right now, even though they're winning. It's insane to say they're 10-1 and they're not playing the best football.
Why isn't this the week that they play the best football?
Because I just don't see it against the 49ers defense.
You think they lose?
I do.
I'm going to say this. I think Ryan kind of said they're not the best team in football, but they're the hardest team to beat. I actually think the 49ers might be the best team in football.
I agree with that statement.
I mean, if it's not them, who would it be?
All right, week one.
Beat everybody else.
Week one, the Niners beat the Cardinals 35-16.
Terrible team.
Week two, they beat the Cowboys 42-10.
Okay, good win.
They lost to the Browns 19-17.
Oof.
Lost to the Vikings 22-17.
Yeah.
Lost to the Bengals 31-17. Whooped the Jaguars. Are the Jaguars a good team?
Jaguars are a decent
Yeah,
team.
they're a pretty good team.
They're a decent team.
Whooped the Buccaneers. Whooped the Seahawks.
Eh.
So, I
That's
mean,
good. That's, you know what? The Seahawks game's a good win. That's a good win for them.
so there's probably 3 good wins in there, man.
Yeah, there's 3 out of 8. So, okay. Yeah, they're not a. I don't know, man. Look. No matter what happens in this game, like I just played my hand. I think they fall this week. There's something about this game I just don't like. I can't put my finger on it. I think maybe it's because of the fact that they've played so many tough games in a row.
That little cocksucker on Dallas, number 9. Little fucker.
It's just this shit's gonna catch up to them eventually. You know what I mean? Like they're gonna wear out at some point and go, all right, we need to recharge. This could be the week, and maybe they come back next week against
It's time for the
Dallas.
Eagles to get a punch in the face.
But it's either this week or next week. So either the next 2 weeks, they're gonna lose one of these 2 weeks. They're not. If they win the next 2 weeks, then fucking book your flight to Vegas because they're gonna win the Super Bowl. Like seriously, if they win the next 2 weeks, I don't. And I'm not saying I don't think they're gonna win the Super Bowl or go to Super Bowl at least, because I think they're definitely good enough to go to Super Bowl. They just find ways to win, and I get that. And
But if you think that San Fran's the best team and San Fran beats them this week, why wouldn't they beat them in the playoffs?
I don't know. I mean, the playoff atmosphere, different. You're home. You're most likely home. I would hope. I mean,
if
you're home.
you lose this game, you might not be.
Maybe. The Eagles end of the schedule. The end of the season gets easier. Don't run it in. Stop him. Thank you. Pass it. Sorry, we're watching the Cowboys. I got Prescott in fantasy. I know. I just said it out loud.
Yeah,
didn't
you
I?
asshole.
Oh,
You
that was-
motherfucker.
That was bad.
Crack wet spot.
You fucking think that in your head, but you don't say it
I
out
know.
loud. You fucking asshole.
How do you think I felt when I drafted him? I was like, oh, I'll take that. Prescott.
I think I felt when I was trying to trade for him.
You know who I wanted? I wanted fucking Kirk Cousins.
Yeah.
Thank God.
Yeah.
Thank God I didn't do that.
I talked to Ryan before the season. I said, Kirk Cousins. He's like, oh, yeah, I'm glad I didn't take him.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Because he was having the best season of all quarterbacks. When he got hurt, Kirk Cousins was the top quarterback in fantasy.
Yep.
Anyway, fuck fantasy. All right, that's what I think.
Fantasy.
I think they lose by 3. I'll go 27-24, 49ers.
So, everything you say, I completely agree with everything Sean said. Everything. Mike, I think, is a little lower on the Niners than...
I wouldn't say I'm low on the Niners, but...
You're just lower on them than I am, is what I'd say. I think the Niners are playing the best football in the entire NFL. They can run the ball. Purdy's starting to more and more seem like the real deal. They got 2 good outside receivers, and their defense is stout. All that being said, I still think the Eagles win 34-27.
That'd be awesome.
Oh, by
dude, and
by a touchdown.
Look, I everyone knows like I'm picking against the Eagles, but it's not like I don't want to say I'm not picking against the Eagles. I'm just thinking this might not be their day. I think it's just going to run the course at some point. Like they just had some highly emotional wins, man. How much more do they have left right now?
Like there's been many games this season that the Eagles at the end have been punching their opponents in the mouth and kicking them in their teeth. I think it's time, and this is what's the week that the Eagles are going to get punched in the fucking mouth.
And again, Garrett, I completely agree with you. They're due. That they
you don't think being down by 10 at halftime the last 2 weeks was getting punched in the mouth? You know what I mean? Getting the offense. I'm just saying the other offense has been going up and down the field on you relentlessly the last few weeks. When Dallas came here, the game we were at, Dallas came up and down the field on us.
Right.
Like the defense is struggling. I don't know how much more punch in the mouth you can be aside from losing. I don't think they need to lose to wake up. I think they know that there's issues.
Yeah. All right. So
I think the X factor comes down to the quarterback.
Yes, and that's my point. I think the Eagles are the best team in the NFL.
Holy
so
shit.
if that's shitting on the 49ers. I think the 49ers are the second best team. I think that the 49ers are right there with them. I think the 49ers are a very, very good team. McCaffrey is the best running back in football. Not even close. Ayuk's a good receiver. I mean, he's not A.J. Brown, but he's a good receiver. Debo, a great weapon. But Hurts over Purdy is a big X factor.
100%, yeah.
And I feel that this is the game that the Eagles put it all together.
I hope so. This could be. Yeah.
The Eagles, I know it was.
They're going to get up for this game, dude. No doubt.
I know that Purdy got hurt or whatever, but last year they're close to the same team, and the Eagles blew them out. I'm not saying they're going to blow them out again.
Yeah, my thing is that the Eagles, to me, that Eagles defensive line was a lot better last year. I get into the quarterback as it is this year.
But I thought that they were like leading the league in pressures.
They are, and that could be the thing because the other teams are countering that. They know that the Eagles can get after you, and they're doing these quick routes, they're doing these quick outs and stuff, and they're shredding the Eagles defense because the Eagles can't, for some reason, can't cover these guys. I don't get it. I don't know what's going on there. It's a scheme thing, whatever the case is. Yeah, look, I'm not arguing with you. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
So yeah, I mean, I feel that that's why this is the game. The last 2 weeks I picked against the Eagles.
Mm-hmm.
This is the game that I've been circling saying this is when they win. So even though they won both of those games, I still think that they're now on a full 7-day rest. Mm-hmm. They're staying home the whole time. San Fran's traveling across the country for the game. I call it. I think it's going to be. Call it 30-24.
Dave Peterson, 34-24 Eagles by 10. Dave
Wow.
Peterson. Now, that's a good point. West coming East. Absolutely. 100% agree with that. It's tough.
You see the weather?
Rain again.
Yep.
For third straight week.
Yeah, it sucks.
I don't know who that bodes well for, honestly.
It bodes well for the Niners because of McCaffrey.
Yes.
Yeah, but the passing
They're
game
gonna
is
run it
what
on slop
the
too.
passing game is what flourishes in the rain. Because it's the receivers knowing where they're going, beating out the cornerbacks sort of.
Again, that comes down to Hurts, dude. Like Hurts.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, look, I if it was a month ago, like about a month ago, I remember looking forward to the schedule, looking ahead, and I'm like, oh yeah, they're gonna beat the Niners. They're gonna beat the Niners. But there's something about the last two games.
As you worried?
I don't want to say worried, just
concerned.
Just because, like, they've just been winning these highly emotional games. And it's like at some point it's got to catch up with them, right? Like they're going to lose one of these games.
Like it's time for
highly emotional. It was a dogfight, but like,
yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, that's what I mean. Like it was overtime game, overtime win. The week before, obviously against Kansas City,
yeah,
you had a bye, and then the week before that was against Dallas. Like, dude, I don't know if you can have a 3-game, and now the Niners, and then like Dallas. I don't know if you can have a 5-game stretch as daunting,
and then in Seattle.
Like, dude, that's insane.
I think it's the 49ers.
But they're going to come out of this above 500 no matter what happens here.
Right.
Like they're not losing the next 3 games, so they're going to come out above 500 out of this gauntlet.
Yeah,
which is absolutely amazing. This team, no matter what happens this Sunday, this team's battle tested. They're ready for the playoffs, dude.
Absolutely. Well, Sirianni said that last week. Like there's something like this team. They don't panic. They don't.
They don't.
They don't get too high. They don't get too low. They know how to win, and that's not something.
Metcalf, long touchdown.
Wow.
That's something that like evolves.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's not something that's taught. Like it just evolves. It comes from leadership.
Sean's
really.
checking his fantasy to see if he's playing against Metcalf.
I think I'm playing. I think Eddie has Metcalf, doesn't he? Ryan?
Oh my God, I think he does.
Oh, that's like a 70.
No, he doesn't.
No. Who's got him in our league?
I don't know.
The Hippos don't have him, do they?
I'm going against McCaffrey though.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. But how long ago was that? Oh, that was against the dude. That was against the dude that has the 6 fucking touchdowns. What do you do?
6 picks.
What do you do there? Metcalf just blew by him. That dude.
I am playing against Metcalf.
You are?
Yeah.
Who has him?
The Hungry Hippos.
Oh, gotcha.
All
right.
Hungry Hippo.
All right, we gotta move on because we got.
Fuck! I forgot. I left Lockett in. Damn it!
Yeah, I did too. I was hoping it was him.
I wanted to put Robinson in. Fuck.
I didn't have anybody else to put in.
Giggity.
Giggity.
Are we gonna do picks this week, or should we skip picks this week? Skip them. All right. All right, we'll skip picks this week. I got a movie review, guys.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
I watched half of the Sanders movie.
This is Corner Pub Sports Movie Review with Gary. Stay drunk or fuck you.
So fucking stupid. What's that even mean?
Who knows? You recorded it.
You said it.
Well, you said it.
Bye Bye Barry. On Amazon Prime. The story, basically the story of Barry Sanders and his retirement, his abrupt retirement.
Could have been better.
Barry Sanders is my favorite football player of all time. I don't know, man. He was just miraculous to watch as a, 4th, 5th, 6th grader. Dude, the dude was like amazing. Yeah, I agree with Gary.
He was like a butter covered marble.
It was insane. The moves he can make and the spin moves and the trouble. Dude, think about your Randall Cunningham and the times he got away from out of sacks or whatever. And Carson Wentz. Remember that one time when Carson Wentz, look, he was sacked and he just bursted it. Barry Sanders did that
every week,
5 times a week.
Yeah.
Like he was insane. And the most selfless player.
Yeah,
maybe. And you know what's funny? I'm watching the movie, and they're talking about spoiler alert, but Barry Sanders wins the team MVP, and he just leaves it at player's house, and the player brings it back to him, and he leaves it in someone else's house because he's like, I don't care, I don't want it, I don't care, I don't care about it. I want to win. That's all I want to do is win, and the Lions weren't winning, and they had 2 playoff appearances, I think, under maybe 3. They maybe had 3. They had one NFC title appearance. They had another playoff appearance, and then they had the one against us in '95, where his old teammate Rodney Peete beat him in the playoffs.
That was Wayne Fonz.
Oh yeah,
Wayne Fonz was the coach, right?
And we beat him 56-31 or something.
Yeah,
the highest
Yeah,
score.
that game wasn't that close though.
No, it wasn't. Yeah, they'd had him. It was over by second quarter.
Good old incomplete Pete.
He played well that game. Ricky Waters and dude, they lit it up that game. But I remember Irvin Fire had a big day, and that was awesome. But Willie T.
Yeah. Wow.
So he basically
Charlie Garner was on that team too.
Charlie Garner was, yeah. And he just got tired of basically playing and not getting the results he wanted, and team didn't really care, and they let players go. Lamas Brown, they let him walk, and some of these all pros and future Hall of Famers, they just let him. Chris Spielman, let him walk. Where did he go, to Chicago or something? I forget where he went. They just let these guys walk, and he's like. So there was that one game, the injury, the big injury was it was the game he got 2,000 yards, and it was Bill Belichick, I think, actually said something in the movie, and he's like, the one thing I remember is that.
Yes.
And it was the player for the Lions getting hurt, paralyzed.
Yeah.
And Barry's like, that stuck with me. He's like, I didn't want to end up like that. I played the game long enough. I'm not winning. I don't really have the desire to play right now. And he basically said, that's it. I'm done. And faxed them the day before training camp. Said, I'm done.
Faxed them.
He sent a fax.
And the best is he goes, yeah, we had email back then. Looking back, maybe I should have emailed them.
Send him a fax.
And he went to London. Yeah, he went to London. Yeah, he went out to London. So yeah.
You're completely out of control. You're crazy. You're completely out of your mind.
Yeah, but the one thing watching that movie, and I went, if there's only one player that kind of reminds me of Barry Sanders with having that kind of mentality, the team first mentality, it's Jalen Hurts.
Yeah.
I mean, although I think Jalen is a little more open, he does some commercials here and there. Barry didn't like it.
I think
he didn't like any attention. He didn't like any of it.
Yeah, I think that Jalen doesn't mind accolades.
They said the only thing that Barry Sanders ever appreciated was the 2,000-yard season. Yeah, that was the only thing he really took pride in. Because he also looked at his offensive lineman and said, this is why. But like Barry Sanders, the reason why I love Barry Sanders so much, he was the anti-Emmitt Smith.
Mm-hmm.
Where Emmitt Smith scored a touchdown, he kept the football because he fucking sold it in his own warehouse. Like he stored it in a warehouse. And when he retired, he fucking opened a store and sold them all. Sold all his fucking footballs. Oh, here's my 104th touchdown. Fuck you, you scumbag piece of shit. Barry Sanders handed the ball to the ref every single time. Hey, Barry, that was your 100 career touchdown.
It's all right.
Yeah, it's all right. I don't care. What do I need it for? I don't care. What am I going to do with it?
Yeah.
I don't care what it is as long as we get a W on that screen.
The star of that movie, though, his dad.
Oh,
I haven't seen the rest of it yet. Eminem.
Yeah, I haven't watched it yet.
Eminem's good. But his dad.
Eminem just curses all the time. Fuck.
Yeah, he's like, Barry retires. Fuck. But the best was like his dad, just basically, yeah, my son is the third best running back. Jim Brown, me, and then him.
Dude, 6 years old. He's like, yeah, I swear to God, I could run a 5-second 40 right now.
Yeah, it was cool, but it was worth watching. It wasn't as good as the Kelsey documentary on Prime, but it was definitely good. Definitely worth watching.
This is a series of what, 4 or 5 of them?
I think so. Yeah. I don't know who's next, but
Is this the second one of it? Is there 5 total? Or is it, okay.
Yeah.
There wasn't any before Kelsey.
No, Kelsey's the first one. They should do it on. There's a touchdown.
Yeah, there's Lamb.
Touchdown Cowboys. They're up 10-7 or 9-7 right now.
all right. Quit fucking profiling and go sit the fuck down. You fucking lamb chop cocksucker.
Lamb chop.
She
called him lamb chop.
All right. We gotta fucking get through this. While you were drunk, because we got some stories to get through here. Dude, what happened to my fucking things here?
That was a hell of a fucking pass.
God damn
Better
it.
catch.
Mark runs the fucking soundboard and I lose all my shit.
God damn it, Mark.
I'm not blaming Mark entirely, but
it's his fault.
But yeah, all my stuff's out of order. I don't know where the while you're drunk thing is.
That's just big dick fingers. Reorganized everything.
Damn it. You got anything on the Sixers with Flyers while I try to find it?
No, who cares?
Oh, I found it.
No, what are you talking about? You don't get to speak for everybody.
Hey, me?
No. Him. He says, no, who cares? Even about the Flyers?
Okay.
Jesus.
All right, I found it.
I am not drunk, man. You're trying to make me drunk.
It's time to catch up on some things you may have missed.
Do you think a 6-pack is acceptable?
Wow, you were drunk.
I'm drunk and I love cats.
Yeah, Sean.
What more do you need to know?
I'm sorry, I interrupted it. I'm not as big of a fan of this one.
No, it's got that bitter taste.
It's not just that. It's got like a tang.
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan. All right, so we mentioned already Zach Ertz getting cut. Basically, did he see who released the news though?
Yeah, fuck, I seen it. I forget.
What?
Drawing a blank.
What?
I forget who it was.
Sean's got something.
Today, Junior.
He asked to be released.
J.J. Watt.
J.J. Watt.
J.J. Watt released the news. He
That's
said,
funny.
I'm looking into stuff post-retirement career, so I'm going to be the first to announce that Zach Ertz has asked and was granted his release from the Arizona Cardinals. And the best part is that Ian Rappaport and Anal Schefter, both
Ian slap a whore.
retweeted. So yeah, I did. If you're gonna ask me, if should they sign him, yes. And on a scale from 1 to 10, how confident I am that they'll resign him, I'm an 8. I think they sign him.
You think they sign him?
I think they sign.
You think the Eagles sign him?
I do.
Why wouldn't they?
I think they do.
Like it's a major need right now, and like with the history here, it just makes complete sense.
It does, but I mean it doesn't like things that make sense don't always happen in the NFL. It's just weird like that.
But and it's up to him. Yeah, he can say no, I ain't signing it. He doesn't have clear waivers. He was cut, so like he can sign wherever he wants. He wants to come back here, dude. Like
well, if he's cut, doesn't he have to clear waivers or what's the
No,
difference?
he wasn't waived. He was released.
He was just flat out released.
So I guess the difference is if you're released, somebody can pick you up and get the salary, and you get the salary relief. When if you're cut, there is no salary relief, and you can sign for whatever you want for whatever money. I don't know. Whatever.
I don't know how it works, Mike. I just know he can sign wherever.
Okay.
Basically, he's telling you, shut the fuck. I don't care.
Sounds like our normal conversation.
Von Miller.
Very nice, Ryan.
News from today. Actually, this is kind of fresh news. Like a fresh dump in the toilet. Von Miller.
Like a fresh punch in the face.
Like a fresh
Freshly.com.
Like a fresh.
What? What that has nothing to do with anything.
That's Von Miller. Fresh story. Fresh dump.
No, but the best part isn't hitting the water.
Where did we get a plop in the toilet sound from?
Well, you don't think that they have them out there? And you think that if they have it anywhere on the internet, this asshole isn't going to find it? Of course he's going to find it.
Sploosh.
On some sandy day, I gotta find you.
Oh my god.
Bloop.
Von Miller's a piece of shit. So that's how it fits. Hey,
there you go.
Von Miller's a piece of shit.
It's a second offense.
Yeah, he turned himself in.
Did he
That's
turn
breaking
himself in
news.
this
Yeah,
time?
about a half hour ago, he turned himself in to police for beating up his longtime girlfriend.
Won't see him no more.
Allegedly beating up his girlfriend.
She was pregnant at the time too, apparently.
Pregnant, yes.
Shut the fuck up.
And the other girl that was pregnant, he said apparently that he assaulted his ex-fiance. He said something like, "I hope you have a miscarriage."
Oh,
she was pregnant when he did that too.
I don't know which that was in the story that in that. Did you read the whole story?
It was, yeah.
There was some sort of text or something where he said, "I hope you have a miscarriage," to his ex-fiance.
Jesus Christ, man!
Yeah, nice guy. But he wears glasses, so he looks smart. You know. Dave Peterson has one. While we were drunk, loud, rude, obnoxious Philadelphia Eagles fans voted the most annoying by NFL players. I wanted to bring this up last week. I didn't. No one likes this, and we don't care. So 78 players, I think it were questioned, and the Eagles.
I wonder if that Bills player was one of them that shoved the guy.
Yeah. That whole thing.
Apparently, it wasn't about the family, or they didn't make
The
threats.
guy
about the
didn't
family.
make any threats. So, if anyone didn't know, the Phillips from the Bills came over to a fan who's sitting in the first row and shoved him. And
didn't the fan look like Marshawn Lynch?
He did. He did.
I've been here the whole time, dog.
I'm just here so I don't get fined. But he
You all
was
got some
sitting-
Skittles?
Yeah. But he was sitting there and like there's like 4 or 5 videos of him like taunting them, but nothing. He's talking about like you make this money, he's doing this and stuff like that. He's not making any threats. You can hear audio, you can hear screen, and the players go, yo man, shut up, and the one player just walks over. Because he's probably being loud. And he's he's right behind the bench. And like 4 or 5 players came over, and Phillips gets in his face and then shoves him.
No, I mean, he shoved them. It wasn't like.
Doesn't matter.
No, I hear you. But it wasn't. It could have been worse.
It could have been worse.
It was a dick move. And I'm not defending the guy. It was bad. But like, we've seen worse.
You don't come over.
You don't go over.
You ignore them.
Yeah.
There's 60,000 people who are yelling at you, and you worry about that one dude who's yelling at you. Dude, there's a guy who's a couple seats down who got caught on video. It's like, look, I sat a couple seats down from a guy. Yeah, he was taunting them. He never said anything threatening about any of those guys. He's like, look, I don't have any relation to the guy. I don't know the guy. He's like, I'm just telling you right now, he didn't say anything.
Right.
And there's video proof. Dude, I've been call me an
bullshit.
idiot. I've been fighting with people all week on this.
That's bullshit that like the guy's gonna say he threatened my family to try and like make it justified. That's bullshit.
He's also the same guy, by the way, who went after Landon Dickerson low.
Oh, did he?
He's also the guy who jumped across the line.
No, he wasn't the guy.
Yes, Phillips was.
It was a different guy that jumped across the line on the.
I thought it was Phillips.
He was one of the guys that walked up with them, but the guy that shoved them wasn't.
Oh, okay. But Dickerson is he is the one who went after Dickerson low though.
How about if you get a little taste of Landon Dickerson coming right down your throat?
Or Jurgens. I'm sorry, not Dickerson. Jurgens. He went after Jurgens low.
Okay.
I'm sorry. And the guy, and he got a 15-yarder, I think, at some point in the game. And the guy's known for being kind of an asshole and all that stuff. So, there's all that going on. But anyway, I don't want to bring all that up, but you heading out? Yeah, right. All right. Jack Del Rio and Frank Reich both fired.
Yeah, interesting.
Del Rio, defensive coordinator for Washington.
I wouldn't mind Del Rio.
Where are you going to put him?
Well, if you had a spot.
You want?
I like Desai though. I mean, so
you rather have Del Rio than Zach Ertz to take that extra roster spot?
It's not a roster spot. It's a coach, asshole.
Oh, yeah. Ooh, yeah. Flick that bean, yeah.
Gary's pulling the Houdini. Peterson said, I know, I'm joking. You actually said bye this time. I'm impressed.
All right, bro. Nice seeing you, man.
Ryan said some choice words, but I can't repeat them.
Bro, nice seeing you. Choice words. Well, I mean, they are. He did make a choice on saying them.
Basically, what Ryan's trying to say was,
Shut that cunt's mouth or I'll come over there and fuck start her head.
That's what he said.
What the
I
fuck?
still don't know what fuck start means.
Come over here, I'll find out.
Real?
Walk around and find out, Mike.
Yeah, dude. So I got to be honest. Like,
oh, Peters is in.
The reason why I brought up the Del Rio thing, I'm surprised that he was the first one fired.
Yeah,
and
not the coach.
Not the coach.
Yeah, they trade their best defensive players
and then blame the coach. Yeah,
and then blame the coach.
You just nailed it. You traded your best defensive lineman.
Yeah,
and then you keep that dude. What? Because he had cancer? What the?
Yeah, like Ron Rivera is not a good coach.
No, I thought he was at one point.
Yeah, I did.
So did I, but he's not.
And Frank Reich getting fired. And Frank Reich's basically saying, dude, this is 10 games into his coaching career with the Carolina Panthers. You trade DJ Moore away. You draft a rookie quarterback and you say basically he's your starter. And then things don't go well because your quarterback can't read his fucking defense. And you're the one.
He was the one that didn't want. Apparently, he wanted the other one, right?
Yeah. And who wrote that? Was it you?
I did. Apparently, he went into a meeting and they were like, what's going on? And his statement was, well, I didn't want this quarterback.
Wow. Who did he want?
Stroud?
Yeah. Wow. I liked Young too.
So did I. But.
I thought he was going to be good. But apparently the owner came out like cursing.
Yeah.
Or something after like the game, came out of like the locker room or team meeting or something, cursing or something. So I think that something was said or something happened in that locker room that basically was like, you're done.
Maybe that's where it happened. Like
he missed the fucking field goal. Dude, Seattle had a 42-yard attempt, and
I got fucking Myers, dude. That fucking kills.
Dude, he hooked it well right. Like it wasn't even close. Even close.
Not everybody can have Jake Elliott.
Dude, that wasn't even close from the start.
Fucking asshole. You suck.
Jesus Christ.
Myers is a good kicker, too.
Yeah, 10-7 end of the first quarter, basically. Obviously, we were rooting for the Cowboys to lose, but that's not.
Are you kidding me? Metcalf's got 25 points.
What? Oh,
yeah.
It was a
long touchdown.
16-point touchdown or something in your league.
Yeah. Yeah, we're going to talk about that in the offseason, by the way. I might make some changes. Although that still would have been a long bonus point touchdown for what I'm thinking. But
okay.
I'm thinking 50 and over gets pointed bonus.
That's what my league does it. But anyway.
Yeah. Nobody cares about a fantasy league.
Yeah.
So Reich's basically saying it's going to be the end of. He said, "I think this is the end of my."
Oh, he doesn't want to coach anymore.
I think he's done.
He doesn't want to be a coordinator.
Doesn't sound like it. I think he's basically saying, I think I've reached the end of my line."
Wow.
So he bounces around a lot.
Yeah.
Maybe he takes a year off and decides.
I got two more while you're drunk stories. This one's
it's hard to say, but man, I think he's a good coach. I don't know.
I think so too. Like
it's
look, he last year was fucking what, the Colts, right? What
when he first took the job in Indianapolis, like Andrew Luck retired from out of nowhere.
They brought in Rivers. Rivers did well for him.
Yeah, Wentz. Then you have Wentz.
Wentz was terrible.
But he had he had Rivers the 1 year, and
Right.
the 1 year when they had a good quarterback,
Ryan, yeah.
They went to the playoffs.
Yeah.
Ryan got washed up fast.
Yeah.
So a couple weeks ago, we played a song to play out the show, and it was on TikTok by Hall & Oates. Darryl Hall has now sued his longtime music partner, John Oates, arguing that his plan to sell off his share of a joint venture would violate the terms of a business agreement of the Hall & Oates duo has forged. The move quickly prompted a judge to temporarily block the sale while legal proceedings and a previously initiated arbitration continue. A Nashville court judge has issued the temporary restraining order on November 16th, writing that Oates and others involved in his trust cannot move close to the sale of their share. Blah, 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 blah. So basically, Hall & Oates, ball and scroats, calling it like they're enemies now.
They're fighting.
They're having
fighting around the world.
They're suing each other. He's a man eater. Like, man, how about that? Like, I would never get. Had that on your bingo card? Hall & Oates be fighting each other?
Nope.
And then the last Why You're Drunk story. The Red Zone Studios last Sunday. Dude, I forgot about that. The meme I sent.
Dude, that was fucking fun.
So those who don't know, it's 7 hours of commercial-free football unless there's fire alarms going off. So he's giving highlights in here. And here, shut up. Everyone evacuate. He's like, ladies and gentlemen, I've never had this happen in my 25 plus years. We're being evacuated from a building. So they basically left him in the studio by himself.
They did?
Yeah.
They left him?
Yeah, they're like, you're good. And so they left him. He's like, apparently I'm allowed to stay. I'm allowed to stay. And the whole crew left. It's like him and one other guy. And everyone else left the building for the fire alarm. And they said it was okay. And they brought it. The alarms were still going off. And you hear it was like, so ladies. And he's like, and that shit's going on in the background. He's like, I've been told it's okay. Everything's fine. But the alarms are still going off. It's like, just not
Jesus Christ.
And here's a touch of I'm burning alive.
So can he still switch to the different games?
Well, no,
that would have been awesome if it was burning and he just kept doing highlights.
In fuego!
The Eagles are moving down the field here.
Red zone!
Somebody put this fire out for my arm so I can finish.
Someone Hail Mary. No, really, do a Hail Mary. No, apparently they kept the Eagles game on for quite a while.
Because the Eagles game wasn't over till 10 after fucking 8.
No, but it's before it's before all that. It was doing all this stuff was happening. They wouldn't switch over because there was no one there to switch over. It was just him, like, it's the Eagles game.
That's what I was thinking. Like,
yeah. They just left the Eagles game on, just let it run. Tables are burning out. It's at the end of Inglourious Bastards in that fucking studio. They locked the doors. Fucking fuck you, Scott Hansen. Fucking let him burn.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
All right. I mean, I pretty much that's pretty much the end of what I had. I Sixers and Flyers written down. If you guys want to hit on that real quick.
Yeah, I mean,
you know what, Sixers, we gotta talk about this. Dude, they fucking blew out the Knicks.
It's I'm gonna get off by cranking your knob just a little beyond the breaking point.
I'm sorry. It was an accident.
Yeah, Sixers had probably their best game of the season.
Yeah, it was pretty amazing.
Monday?
44-point win over the Lakers.
They looked inspired. Their defense
needs an enema.
Yeah.
They hit threes like crazy. Maxey looked on fire. Embiid had a triple-double.
Yeah.
It was
a party all around.
Yeah.
Coming day and night.
And then Embiid sits out, and the team looks like absolute dog shit yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
Until the last quarter when they brought it down with 8 with under a minute left. They only lost by 10. They were down 29.
Ugh.
They were down 29 with like 8 minutes left in that game.
Yeah, I didn't watch any of last night's, but once I saw Embiid was sick, quote unquote, sick. I was like,
Which is weird because he didn't even play at all in the fourth quarter Monday.
Mm-hmm.
Now they're playing Boston tomorrow.
Who they've beaten already this year.
Yeah, they beat them. They're 1-1 against them now.
Yeah.
It's in Boston.
They beat them.
He beats Cox.
But I wonder if he's sitting out to be well rested for this game. But again, he sat the third quarter or sat the whole fourth quarter.
It's the NBA. What was that tweet I sent out? So this kind of goes with
the tournament. Apparently has garnered more interest, and the players have played more. I don't get it. I don't like it.
I don't get
and
it
apparently there's a cash incentive for the players that make it further in.
So this is
out of their contract. It's outside of their contract. I guess I don't know.
This is from somebody you guys might follow him on X. I almost said Twitter. No, let's say Twitter anymore. He's Terry Franconia. Is at Terry Franconia. He's known as NBA Slime. He's a local guy, but he's got a hell of a following. He basically wrote, if the NBA isn't cooked, if the NBA isn't a cooked product about to collapse, then why would its two most high-profile owners, Mark Cuban and Michael Jordan, both back out and sell their teams in the same year? We've been saying it. That I just, the NBA is just
the inmates running the asylum just makes it
a bad product.
And it's just, I had no. I'm just gonna ask this: what's the point of the in-season tournament? Does it give you a seed in the playoffs? Does it do any of that for you?
It doesn't for me, but apparently it's the players are playing better for it.
Dude, it was an eyesore on TV. No matter where the games were, I couldn't watch. It was horrible. It was just an eyesore. I don't care. I don't care about in-season. This isn't fucking soccer in Europe. I don't care. Unless it garners a logical
playoff seeding spot or
you
something.
How about this? If you make the playoffs, I think someone brought this up last week, you get an extra home game no matter what in the first series, right? Something like, the first series you get an extra home game no matter what your seeding is. That'd be a good incentive, right?
It's got to be something.
It's revenue for the home crowd, right? I don't know.
Yeah.
Jason Mays, what's the plan? What's the plan for you guys taking calls in 2024? Jason, we can always take calls, man.
Jason, we've talked about this. Whenever you're ready to call in, you let me know.
We can definitely do that. Not tonight, though. We're about to close the show. But the other night, we can do it. Yeah, Jason, we should probably push out a little more next year.
What, having calls?
Here's the number you can call. Because we do have a number that's assigned to Corner Plus Sports. And then Jason said, yeah, those courts are the absolute worst.
Hey, Jason's got in-laws that live right around the corner. I've been telling him if he's here on a Friday, he's got to come over.
Fucking A, and just go over and sleep over there. Maybe you can fuck the mother-in-law.
Oh, Jay, what do you think?
What's she look like? Anything like? Never mind. And then Mark replied to that.
She looks like his wife at some point.
Yeah, right. Yeah, you're good. He said, good point. I'm going to say, I don't know what Mark was talking about when he said good point. I'm going to say it's about the mother-in-law thing. That's what
that's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
I'm sticking with that, too. That's what I'm going. And then he said, my eyes. So maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe that's not what he was talking about.
Bruh.
Maybe not. Jason, I'm only kidding, dude.
He knows. He listens enough to this.
I know. But, yeah, I don't know. Ryan, what do you got, man? That was an impressive win the other night.
Yeah.
Did you
well,
watch it?
I watched some of it. I'm
You're still
I'm just still not. I'm disinterested, man.
I hear you. I don't know what the Sixers are. I mean, again, there's times where they look good, and then there's times where they don't. And then the Flyers, yeah, they came back down to earth a little bit, right? They've lost it.
Oh my God.
What do you say? I can't say it.
Ever seen
Yes.
the kielbasa queen from Stern?
Yes. Dude.
Oh my God.
Jason said, have you ever seen the Kabasi Queen from Stern? Dude. I can still picture. I'll never forget that. I'll never forget her. Gulp. Oh man. Yeah, dude, that was it was erotic, you gotta say.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was something. Dude, even the one with the annoying voice on Stern. What the fuck's her name? She's fucking hot.
They all are.
She talks like that, dude. She looks good. Like, she's hot. Oh, that was funny as shit, dude. I couldn't even think about it. But Mike, I forgot what you were saying. Talking about the Flyers.
No, I just said that the Flyers haven't been. They're falling back down.
They're starting to flounder a little bit, yeah. Yeah. But they're still, they're still hanging around, dude. Look, let's be honest. If the Flyers can be a 500 team,
I mean, how much more can you ask?
Ecstatic. I'd be ecstatic.
Right. How much more can you
That
ask?
might get you in the playoffs. But again, it's. God. Yeah, you said it might get you. Oh, I thought you said Mike. Now, the thing is 500. Again, I go through this all the time. 500 includes overtime losses. If you're 10-10-7, you're 10-17.
Mm-hmm.
You got to be like 10-3-7 to be 10-10 and be a 500 team.
No, that's true. That's true. I gotta say that this video is corny as fuck.
It is.
So bad.
It is. Yeah.
So bad.
It's the 80s.
Yeah, it's the 80s.
It's like when you use a background app to take out like the background of someone, and then they just put a black background behind them. That's all.
Yeah.
And they're wearing fucking. How much pussy do you think these guys got?
Oh,
The one guy's gay.
Wait, which one?
I don't know.
The one with the mustache?
I don't know.
Which one's Oates? I'm gonna say Oates is gay.
Oats.
Right.
Oats.
Oates.
He
Oats.
eats oats. He eats
Jason
oats.
said, I'm late to the party. How much money do I put down on the birds? I want it.
I'd stay away from this game.
Yeah, I want it.
I might.
You might, Rabbit. You might.
You're actually getting better than 50,
Well, that's true.
50 odds.
It's a 3. Yeah. Polsky said, I got a Woody.
All right, fellas.
Yeah, I'm going to say that's pretty much it for
Is that a wrap?
me tonight.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a wrap.
Hey, I said an hour and a half. I
Yeah,
stuck
we
with
actually
it.
made it an hour and a half. All right.
Well, we thank you guys for Hall & Oates. Wait, who did say the best Philly band ever? And tons of puss. Best Philly band ever.
Boys to Men?
The Hooters.
Hooters?
Hall & Oates, man.
You're not the best Philly band ever.
Hall & Oates or Boys to Men?
The Hooters? Fresh Prince?
The Hooters had like 2 hits.
Prescott threw an easy touchdown.
Oh.
Yeah, not the Hooters. Baroness.
They're a Philly band?
Some of them are, yeah.
Yeah.
Some of them really.
Yeah.
I got it. I might have to go Hall & Oates.
Hmm.
He said, Jason said, the boys are undeniable. All the hits. Yeah, man. Yeah, you know what though? Boys, fuck. It's so hard to
Boys
say.
to Men?
Yeah, it's so hard to say because they're
So hard to say goodbye tomorrow?
It is. It's so hard
to say
goodbye
See,
to the
yesterday.
podcast. Ooh. Man, that's a good question. Like,
That's a question for another podcast.
I'm
I'm
gonna
going
answer.
to bed.
All right,
right.
hold on. Gun to your head. 3, 2, 1. Ryan.
Boys to men.
I think
I might have to side with Boys to Men. I might have
I
to
think
side
so.
with it too. ABC, BBD.
DVD.
Back in school, you
Eagles
used to
family.
dream about this every day.
Yo, listen, check out this.
And then you had the guy. All right, good night, fellas.
All right. We'll see you guys. Everybody followed the podcast. Thank you guys so much. We'll see you guys next Friday night. We'll be back normal time. All right. We'll recapping an Eagles win. Let's
That's
go.
right.
Hey, one more time. Ryan, before you go.
E-A-G.
L-E-S Eagles. See you guys next week.
I'll text you tomorrow, Sean.
Yeah. All right. The podcast is over. Yeah, we'll talk tomorrow, Ryan.
All right, guys.
Right.
All right. See you.
Later.
All right, everybody. It's live. Watching live on Facebook and X and YouTube. Thank you guys. Dave, Jason, Mark, Jay Parr. Who else was on there? There was a couple other people that were on there earlier. Sorry, I'm gonna miss you guys. Thank you guys so much for tuning in on a Thursday night. We appreciate it. Rob Spire, Phil Mikowski. We thank you, everybody. Thank you guys so much. I know it was a weird night, but
The Jay Parr sighting.
he was on. Yeah,
Oh, was he?
Yeah, he
Okay.
was on. Yeah. All right. We'll see you guys. Take care. Yeah. See you guys next Friday night. Late.
See.